If you say what you want to say and let the words fall out, honestly, I want to see you be brave. What you want to say and let the words fall out, honestly, I want to see you be brave. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. Just want to see you. I want to see you. Okay, well, what an honor, David Walker, to have you here with me today in CEO of My Life.
All right.
Thank you for spending these minutes with me.
It's good to be with you.
Thank you. I have to start saying that I'm a huge fan of your book. I read it as soon as it came out and I was blown away. And it's an honor having you here. So I have a bunch of questions, but I'm going to start by first introducing you to everybody that doesn't know you from my social media. You are definitely a very interesting person. You have such a diverse, unique set of skills and background that I believe that that's why you can come up with these insights. You are a professor, you have been the US Comptroller, you have experience in nonprofit, different administrations, right? So for me, it was fascinating that you wrote the book because you were teaching in the academy and you didn't found the material to teach. So you have to put all the information together. And that was the origin of the book. Is that correct?
That's correct. And I've also spent a lot of time in the private sector. I'm a CPA. I was a global partner with Arthur Andersen. But one of the things you need to do is get the newest version of the book, which came out in February of this year. At the top, it says with an update through 2023. The good news is the book is exactly the same except the last chapter. The last chapter brings an update through the end of last year. And you can find out more at americain2040.com. Just leave it at that.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
So one of the things that you mentioned that is that our nation, our first challenge and priority is the economic security. And for me, because I come from a corporate background as well, I know that basic concepts as measuring your finance, having your fundamentals, key performance indicators, metrics are the heart of any business. It's no different to our country and our economy. So in your experience on what you have seen and what is on the book, what else can you add to the fact that putting together our economic security and working in our national economy will be the differentiator for us to remain a superpower economy?
Well, first, I say in the book it takes four things to be a global superpower: economic power, diplomatic power, military power, and cultural influence. But the leading indicator on the way up and the leading indicator on the way down is economic power. And we have lost control of our finances. And we will not maintain economic power unless we get control of our finances. And you talk about having a plan, you talk about key performance indicators, what are we trying to do? How do we measure success? How are we doing? We getting better or worse? How do we compare to others? In the case of a country, other countries, right? Competitors.
Yes.
We don't have that. The U.S. government does not have a forward-looking, comprehensive, integrated strategic plan, resource constrained, that says, here's what we're trying to accomplish, here's how we measure success, how are we doing, how we compare to others. I talk about that in the book. That's Management 101. In the absence of having that, what the government does, it just throws more money at things. Okay. If it's not working, they just assume, well, the problem is we need to throw more money at it. And that's one of the reasons that we're spending so much money and not getting the kind of results that we ought to be getting in a lot of areas. And that's got to change. And I think Doge is going to be a big part of that.
That's good to hear. And we are days away from changing to a new administration.
That's right.
Excited. Do you think that the new administration is going to be aligned with the policies that you suggest in the book? And do you think there's going to be a way for them to get to help us stay as a superpower, following the policies that you have for what you see in their agenda?
Well, first, there's going to be a dramatic change between the new administration and the current administration. They're looking for, major disruptive transformational change, which is needed and long overdue. But it's not just what you do, but how you do it that'll determine whether or not you're successful. Doge is a big part of that, which is going to really look at the organization and operations of government, focus primarily on trying to get control of spending, if you will. Uh,
Yeah.
and so I think, from the standpoint of the need for major change, yes, this administration is going to be for that. It's yet to be determined whether or not they're
Mhm.
going to have enough discipline to deal with our
Yeah.
financial challenge, okay? Because while Doge, I think, can save several $100 billion a year if they go about it the right way, we got a $2 trillion gap between revenues and expenditures, and so we're going to have to do more beyond Doge to get the job done, and hopefully they'll be committed to that, but it's too early to tell.
Thank you. And us as a nation, we know that there is a huge weight on the government and the policies that are implemented for us to maintain our superpower status. But as citizens, is there anything that we can do to contribute in maintaining that status?
Well, first, don't follow the bad example of the federal government in connection with financial. Don't spend more money than you make, charge it to the credit card, and not expect to have a day of reckoning because everybody will, including a country. Nobody's exempt from the laws of prudent finance. Secondly, become informed and involved with regard to the challenges that we face, not just the fiscal, but the other challenges we face. Engage with your elected representatives, write op-eds, decide who you're going to support both with your vote and your finances based upon whether or not they're doing the kinds of things necessary to help create a better future. Okay. We've lost the
Mhm.
concept of stewardship. Leaders have a responsibility not just to generate positive results today, not just to leave things better off when you leave than when you came, but better positioned for the future. And young people like are going to pay the price and bear the burden if they don't start making major changes that will help create more growth, more opportunity in the future. And so, young people in particular need to be disproportionately involved in speaking up and getting engaged on key issues.
Yes, thank you. And again, I cannot stress how much I recommend everybody to get this book, read this book. It's a compilation of wisdom. I was so delighted to read it. Um, Dave, I was born and raised in Venezuela,
Mm.
but America made me. I've been here for around 15 years, and I came over with an H1B visa,
Yeah, yeah.
work in corporate, and really didn't take it for granted, learning and creating a building. And I'm proud to be part of this book, Powerful Female Immigrants That Create Greatness.
Congratulations.
So thank you so much. So seeing what is happening with the immigration issues, I'm obviously not happy with what is happening in the sense of I believe that everybody have to do the things in the right way. And I know that you don't talk too much about that on the book, but the illegal immigration in the United States is a big concern. So what do you think will be a policy that
Sure.
can be implemented
Sure.
to maintain our superpower status?
Well, first, the update, which you don't have in that book, does talk about immigration. Okay.
Okay.
A few things real quick. Number one, our birth rate is 1.62 per female. It takes 2.1 to maintain your population. So therefore, we need immigration in order to maintain our population. Secondly, there's a difference between legal and illegal immigration.
Yes.
Um, we need to secure the border and stop the flow of illegal immigration. We need comprehensive immigration reform. We need H-1B visas, but they do need to be reformed. We need to separate uh, temporary work permits from green cards, which are long term. We need
Mhm.
to separate a pathway from legal status to a pathway to citizenship. Okay. We need, I'm glad you're not in Venezuela. One of my best friends in high school was born in Venezuela and came to the United States. Venezuela is a basket case right now, as you know. All right.
Yes.
And so the bottom line is we have to secure the border first. We need comprehensive immigration reform, but that won't happen until after we secure the border. But it needs to happen.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And just to close it up, in the book, you dedicate the book to your parents, rest in peace, and you said that they install in you strong values. What are those values that they install in you and make you the person you are today?
Well, don't just focus on what's legal and illegal. Do what's ethically and morally right. From a financial standpoint, plan, save, invest, preserve, get out of debt as quickly as you can. Also, from other standpoints, uh, 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 lead by example, practice what you preach, always tell the truth, understand that your reputation is invaluable. If you lose your reputation, you'll never regain it. Those are just a few things off the top of my head.
I love it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
It's good to
I'll
be
get
with
the
you.
I'll
And
get the new book. I promise.
What would happen if you say what you want to